Okay, I'm just, I want to make sure I'm actually streaming here. My phone thinks I'm live, my laptop doesn't. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna load this game and we're gonna go. We're with Davik and I stupidly died trying to face Davik, but I didn't save it before time. So I'm dumb. And I'm gonna go back and do it again and get it right.
Huh?
Oh man, I didn't even finish this. I mean, I guess. I definitely don't want a sniper shot. Where is that? No, let's see. I want him to be tougher. I think I ended up picking. We don't want that. No. This would help. Or the toughness one. I'm gonna give him this one because I know I have to beat that stupid fight that I died horribly at. Yeah, we're just gonna give him treat injury because damn, he's useless. Okay, let's go give him some more toughness. He has some already, so we can do this one. Alright, Candaris.
Yeah, what do you want? You want to hear tales of my exploits? Of the wars I've seen and fought, the enemies I've seen die by my hand? Sure, I'll humor you. My name's Candaris, of the Mandalorian clan Ordo. I've been fighting across the galaxy for 40 of your years. For my people, it is the honor and glory of battle that rules us. It's through combat that we prove our worth, gain renown, and make our fortunes.
Is that why you work as a mercenary? Is that why the Mandalorians attacked the Republic? The Mandalorians destroy worlds for honor? Maybe another time I want to ask something else. Oh.
Times have changed now. The Mandalore clans have been scattered across the Outer Rim. The Republic is in decline, and the Sith Empire rises to take its place. The clans as they were aren't a threat, but the galaxy still fears us. People think we war out of spite or bloodlust. They don't understand, and fear that. We only wanted the challenge of the battle, and glory from it, win or lose. And we lost. But now I have no real challenges. Crushing Davik's enemies and the pathetic gangs in the lower city of Taris could not be considered the most glorious of tasks. When I think of the battles I've fought, the thousands I've killed, the worlds I've burned, I weep for my past. We will never again speak of this. We've got work to do, so let's get to it.
Oh, he's not gonna talk to me anymore? That was it?
Yeah. You got the... It's not you have anything...
Oh, I probably should have listened to him.
Yeah, what do you want?
An option I already had.
Yeah, I know, Taris. I wasted the last 2 years in this rat hole working for Davik. I suppose an accurate way to describe this place would be cesspool or dump. You got the rich on top, the poor being crushed underneath, and people like me trying to make a living doing the crushing. It's not exactly what you'd call spiritually fulfilling work, but it gets the bills paid. And on Taris, Money can go a long way to making things easier. Do you have anything else you want to ask? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Okay, know that I'm in love with Karth. However, Candace is hilarious.
I'm here.
Glad you're here. Heal us, bitch.
What? On it. Done.
Hey! What's the idea of barging in here? Get out of here, I'll call the guards.
Pudu, tunirama na praka donko searcha chupapanki.
Hey, baby, wait! I wasn't actually going... Damn it! Okay, great. You just scared off my date for the night. So you better explain yourself before I lose my temper and call the guards. Okay, I guess it was just an honest mistake. And I'm a reasonable man, so I'll just let it go this time. You better pay more attention to where you're going. Opening the wrong door around here can get you killed. Now get out of here and don't bother me again.
No problem. I'm gonna look for stuff in here to steal.
On it. Done. On it. Done. On it. Done.
God, my character is such a jerk. Done. Why does that 100 credits looks different than normal credits? Or am I just suddenly realizing it's pink? I don't know.
On it. Done.
Who are you? Why are you here? Get out of me, call guard!
Helva! Ki mulira kun kin. Tong hitwama ag iinko tune.
Why you not leave me alone? What you want this time? I want to ask you some questions.
Ichuta.
No, no question. You get out or me get out. Okay, settle down.
Helva! Yun
Get out, don't
patisa.
bother me more. Oh wait, that's the way I already came, right? I think the slaves' quarters over here or something.
Welcome to the slave quarters, fair mistress. I mean no disrespect, but perhaps one of the male slaves could serve your needs better. Welcome to the slave quarters, fair mistress. I mean no disrespect,
homophobic.
but perhaps one of the male slaves could serve your needs.
Welcome to the slave quarters, mistress. Here we have succulent fruits and berries to tempt your palate, as well as luxurious baths to soothe your aches and pains. Would you like a relaxing massage, mistress? Whatever your desire, we are here to serve. But what could I possibly tell you? It is forbidden for slaves to leave this room on pain of torture and death. Praise from the guests is a valuable commodity here. Davik rewards the slaves who perform their duties well. I will tell you what I know. Davik rarely lets us leave the slave quarters. We only know what we hear from Davik's guests. Recently, they've all been talking about poor Hudro. He was caught trying to steal some spice from the lab. Normally, Hudro is allowed to get away with things like that, because he's Davik's personal pilot for the Ebon Hawk. But since the Sith have grounded every ship on the planet, Hudro doesn't get any more special treatment. They've locked him up in Davik's torture chambers. I think you can get there through the hall behind the west door of Davik's throne room. Just keep going west from the slave quarters, and you'll see the throne room. But Davik's certain to have guards patrolling the area. If you leave the guest wing, they'll shoot you on sight. Please, I don't know anything else. Of course. I greet you once more, mistress. As you wish, mistress. You will find this most relaxing.
Awkward.
I trust you are satisfied with the service. I have received many compliments on my skills from previous clients. Thank you, my lady. I hope you will express your appreciation to Davik. He often rewards those slaves who perform their duties well. Is there anything else you require? Of course. Return whenever you wish to partake of what we offer here. We exist only to serve.
What's that? All right. There we go. That's the room I'm standing in? No thanks.
How can I help? The surface of Taris is beyond... Then I suggest we move on.
And she won't move again.
Yes?
She's gonna run into it. Oh my god. Man, she still cannot move.
This is what I need. That'll show them.
Now that must have hit.
Let's make this quick.
Thank you. You have no idea what it was like in that torture cage. I don't know how much more I could take before going mad. I don't have anything to give you as a reward for freeing me. Nothing tangible anyway. But I've got information that could be worth a fortune. I used to be the pilot of the Ebonhawk, Davik's flagship. I know the codes to disable the security system protecting it. I'll load them onto your datapad now. You can use those codes to steal the Ebonhawk right out of its hangar. Sell it to the highest bidder, ransom it back to Davik. Whatever you do, you'll make thousands. Questions? Please. I've already told you the only useful thing I know. Just let me go before Davik figures out I'm missing.
Okay, no problem.
It won't be long until Davik figures out I'm free. I have to get out of this base before that happens.
Okay, you might get owned though, because I think everybody's about to die when they don't come.
We've got what we came for. We should get going.
Okay, thanks, Candor. Oh, I still can't move.
Yes?
You are so stupid. You want to heal yourself? Force depleted. Oh, useless.
Hmm?
Are you kidding? Is this for real? I don't. Is this? What is it even?
I'm here.
On it.
Jesus.
Done.
Hmm?
And she still can't.
Yes?
Oh, I like one. What did I just get? Oh, just 500 credits? Alright, well, whatever. It works for me. Not just, but I mean, I didn't get money in the other box. And I know because I saw it on the slight delay. Come on, Candaris, you're standing on them. Isn't this the place I gassed? I think it is. Oh well. understood why they didn't automatically do anything other than the default. Like, how come the AI couldn't figure out, like, yeah, sometimes I should throw in some bigger shots? Like, I know that this game was amazing when it came out, like, super ahead of its time, but as much as, and it's one of my favorites, and it stands the test of time, it's still one of my favorites, but it's kind of like Kingdom Hearts was around the same time, and Kingdom Hearts, your AI wasn't this stupid. Any other stuff I can steal?
What can I do?
Heal us, bitch! And now she can't move? Oh no. I feel like I should save this. Oh, I missed some spot here. Oh, I should go back. One sec. I have to refill my drink. Okay. I guess we should just go all the direction. So I'll keep going this way, but then I'll make sure I go around before I leave.
You shall.
Hassel is such a bit. Talk about resting bitch stage. Oh my god, I can't move again.
Yeah?
Okay, and this is where I can. I will go right here. Talk about deluded, he means a throne. Alright, I'm gonna run back there and then hit save.
Yes?
Where the fuck is she?
What?
Well, I can move again.
What can I do?
She's just stuck.
What? On it. Damn!
Okay.
Damn those Sith, they're bombing the whole planet.
I knew they'd turn on us sooner or... Wow, look what we got here. Thieves in a hangar. So, you figured you'd just steal my ship for your getaway and leave me high and dry while the Sith turn the planet into dust? Sorry, but that ain't gonna happen.
I'll take care of them, Davik. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Make it quick, Carlo. The Sith mean business. If we don't get to our ships and find somewhere safe, the bombs they're dropping will kill us all.
Yes?
Yeah?
Oh, God! She can't hit cure for herself. Come on. Okay, well, we're dead.
You may have me outnumbered and outgunned, but if I'm going down, I'm taking all of you with me. This thermal detonator will blow us all to bits. Damn those Sith! They'll bring this whole hangar down around our ears!
Okay.
I'm here. I'm here.
Can't get anything from him. Anything good in here?
Let's get this ship fired up. We'll pick up the rest of your friends and then we'll have to get off this planet.
Taris is defenseless against our assault, Lord Malak. They are offering no resistance.
I don't know if this makes sense.
The city is in ruins.
Resume the bombardment, Commander. Wipe this pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
Unfortunate that the movies just don't appear. The ship bombing, the Sith ship is bombing Taris. Blown up building. blowing up Taris. Here goes the other mob. TIE fighter, well, some fighters chasing it.
Plot a course for Dantooine. There's a Jedi enclave there where we can find refuge.
Incoming fighters!
Quickly, to the gun turrets. You have to hold the Sith fighters off until we get those hyperspace coordinates punched in.
Oh shit, what? I don't remember this. I have to shoot on that one. This is the shittiest controls ever. And they're kind of vaguely working for now. Or the keyboard is. Oh. There's one more. Shit, I'm not done.
Dantooine. Seems like a lifetime since I last set foot on her surface. Though in truth, it's only been a few months. We should be safe from Malak here. For now, at least.
Safe? You saw what his fleet did to Taris. There wasn't a building over 2 stories high left standing. They turned the planet into one big pile of rubble.
Even the Sith would think twice before attacking Dantooine. There are many Jedi here, including several of the most powerful masters of the Order. There is great strength within this place. We can get supplies here and recuperate. The Academy is a place of mental and spiritual healing. Something we could all use after what we've been through.
Maybe you're right. It isn't easy to witness the annihilation of an entire planet. I know Mission must be taking it pretty hard.
She will find a way to come to terms with her grief. She's stronger than she appears. We just need to give her time. Now I must go speak with the Council. I need their advice on recent developments. After I've met with them, I will meet you outside the ship.
Ship is landing. Coming in, Dantooine's pretty. There's some birds.
I've spoken briefly with the Council. They request an audience with you.
There's never an option to leave
an
with
audience
who?
with
Karth?
the Jedi Council? It's pretty unusual for someone who isn't even a Jedi. What's this about, Bastila?
I'm sorry, Karth, but I cannot tell you. All I ask is that you trust in the Force and the wisdom of the Council.
Well, I don't like being left out of the loop, but I'm not looking to get you in any trouble with the Jedi Masters. We'll do things your way for a while.
Come, they're expecting us. I will lead you to the Council chambers.
You there, Padawan. Why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi? Do you mock the honor traditions of our order? Bastila. I have heard of her.
She just ran
They
past
say
you.
she has already mastered the art of battle meditation. Remarkable in one so young. Though I've heard she has a foolish pride in her own talents. But as for you, you claim you are not a Padawan? I find this hard to believe. The Force is strong within you. I can feel its presence. If this is some type of jest, it is in very poor taste. The Jedi Order is not a subject for jokes. Please forgive the abruptness with which I first greeted you. It was harsh and perhaps unfair. My master often warns me that I must learn to control my emotions. I see I have much left to learn. I wish you a pleasant stay here on Dantooine. May the Force be with you.
Yeah, well, now I don't know where Bastila went. I think she went this way. Where's the car?
They're waiting for you inside.
That's it?
Ah, so you are the one who rescued Bastila. It is appropriate you are here. We have been discussing your rather special case. I am Jar, a member of the Jedi Council. With me are Master Vrook, Master Vandar, and of course the chronicler of our academy, Master Dorak. Padawan Bastila, I am sure you are already familiar with. Yes, the High Council of the Jedi Order is on Coruscant, but we are the council in charge of the training facility here on Dantooine. Indeed, I am sure that you do. I assure you that we will have answers for you. Bastila tells us you are strong in the Force. We are considering you for Jedi training.
Master Jar speaks out of turn, perhaps. We need indisputable proof of your strong affinity to the Force before we would even consider accepting you for training.
Proof? Surely the entire council can feel the strength of the Force within this woman. And I've already related to you the events that took place on Taris.
Perhaps it was simple luck.
We both know there is no luck. There is only the Force. We all feel the power in Bastila's companion, though it is wild and untamed. Now that this power has begun to manifest itself, can we safely ignore it?
The Jedi training is long and difficult, even when working with a young and open mind. Teaching a child is hard. How much harder will it be for an adult to learn the ways of the Jedi? Such pride, such arrogance. This one is already on the path to the dark side.
As are many who are not given proper training, Master Vrook. Only through our guidance can we hope to lead those who have strayed back to the path of the light.
Traditionally, the Jedi do not accept adults for training, though there are rare exceptions in the history of our order. But you are a special case.
I agree with Master Dorak. Many of our own pupils are leaving the Jedi Order to follow the Sith teachings. We need recruits to stand against Malak. With Revan dead...
Are you certain Revan is truly dead? What if we undertake to train this one and the Dark Lord should return?
We should discuss this matter more fully in private. Bastila, you and your companion must go. This is a matter for the Council alone.
As you wish, Master Vandar. We shall return to the Ebon Hawk and leave you to your deliberations.
Weird vision dream. Eyes half open. We're looking at, I think, Malak and I guess Revan. We're looking at someone in a lot of robes.
The dark side is strong in this place.
They're on like a planet.
I can feel its power. Is this wise? The ancient Jedi sealed this archway. If we pass beyond this door, we can never go back. The Order will surely banish us. Are the secrets of the Star Forge so valuable? Can its power truly be worth the risk?
This morning's getting stranger by the minute. First, Bastila comes out looking like she saw a ghost, and now you. Well, Bastila did mention that you should go to the council chambers before she left. It's no doubt urgent, so you shouldn't keep them waiting. No, she didn't. She didn't seem well, as I recall, and for that matter, neither do you. Are you all right? You got it.
Yikukumo no ba mulira tikun.
Greetings, Sunshine.
Tonghit kun
For a question?
tunting. Ne. Chi gratu
I
loda.
represent a human citizen of Dantooine by the name of
Loda
Otslam.
kun.
His ranch has had considerable difficulty with Mandalorian raiders for many years.
Bagrasha kun tijaka Chubakaha chopa chawachuish yunku. Jodo jidbungarantang.
His young daughter was kidnapped by those raiders many years ago and has not been returned. Wait, you have news of her? Her name is Sasha. Sorry, I have no idea who you're talking about. That's too bad. I shall have to continue my search. Okay, I'll be on the lookout. Are problems with Mandalorians common on Dantooine? I understand they are, though I know little of the history behind this conflict. Someone native to this planet could tell you more. Isn't this something a local authority should handle? Dantooine has little in the way of local authorities. I asked the Jedi of the Enclave to intervene, but they have far more pressing concerns with As is often the way on this planet, if a citizen wishes to accomplish something, they must seek to do it themselves. Is there anything of interest on Dantooine that you can tell me about? There is no large urban center on Dantooine, if that is what interests you. I find the variety and number of natural habitats most intriguing.
Pamule slimo
If you get the chance, I would urge you to explore the planet's ranges in more detail. They're quite beautiful. I'll keep an eye out for your girl. I would appreciate that, Sunshine.
If you are seeking information, perhaps the Jedi Council will help. I'm afraid I cannot.
I want to see if I can go talk to all my shit. My peoples. Hello, Candor.
Yeah, what do you want? From what we saw from space, this world doesn't have a lot of people. I couldn't really have found much work here anyway, so I never had an interest. It looks like a farm world. The Republic has thousands of these places. Ones that get by farming crops and hunting herds of native beasts. But I might have underestimated this place. It seems to be more than I thought. Do you have anything else you want to ask? Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a strength-boosting stimulant to help you get stronger. There anything else you need? Hey, don't worry. I think you've got enough there as it is. You don't want to overload yourself on stims. Otherwise, you might destroy your adrenal system. A real warrior knows his own limits and doesn't overestimate himself. There anything else you need? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Okie dokie. Ooh, we got Ordo's repeating blaster. That's awesome, actually. Oh, wait. That's Canderous. Give me some stimulants now.
Yeah, what do you want? Hey, a real... There any... Your choice.
Blah.
I'm here if you want something done right.
Oh, why is it black? Ugh. See if that fixes it. Obnoxious. What did he say? No idea. I know that it isn't my homework. That's why I care about. There's nothing that interests me. God, I can't move. I'm stuck. There we go.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Do you know anything about this place?
Dantooine's a boring place. It's all plains and herders and small settlements. Perfect for the Jedi to lose themselves in, I guess. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. You got it.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Taris. I still can't believe it's gone. I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone. I don't really think there's anything you can say. I just have to find some way to deal with it, I guess. It'll take some time. Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Taris, the more chance some other planet will get wiped out. I guess that's what it comes down to. So don't worry about me. I'll be okay. And if you need my help against Malik or the Sith, I'll be there for you.
Why are these here?
Ready?
I hear that the Sith have defeated another Republic battle fleet. I do not know how much longer the Republic can last.
Greetings, my young friend. I assume you are not a member of the Order, as you are not wearing the traditional garb of Jedi. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Taris, proprietor of the general store here in Dantooine. Not much to look at now, I'll admit, but I'm in on the ground floor. I mean, look at this planet. Majestic fields, rolling plains, wide open terra firma. Crap. Once word gets out, we'll have settlers and tourists from the... And guess we'll be waiting for them. Not that blasted Zerka Corp, that's for sure. Not this time, no sir. This time it'll be Kratos Urkel who makes the big bucks. But listen to me. You didn't come here to listen to my ramblings on the evils of the Zerka Corp. I'll bet. What can I do for you? Excellent. As always, my selection is somewhat limited. Zerka Corp has a monopoly on some of the suppliers. But I'm sure you'll find all my inventory is of the highest quality. And I've got a few special items you won't find anywhere else. Well, we're definitely gonna need these. Jurga Kalta's assault rifle. Senna's... What are these? Okay, I want this. But I can't afford it, but I want it.
I'm sorry, human. I am unable to render assistance.
Way too human. Owner of this outpost. Protocol authorities are not interact or programmed to interact with customers. So should you desire assistance, I can aid you. Let me see what you have. Explore my inventory at your convenience. Similar families have purchased all my droids, but I have many upgrades and otherwise. We're gonna need some of these. Especially since I'm taking T3 out with me. I don't know what he can wear yet, shit. Oh, these do only have so many uses. Damn it. God, droids are expensive. Alright, come along, little guy. Disra.
Runda di hotonga.
Welcome to the Jedi Archive on Dantooine. I do not believe we know each other. My name is Desra Lurjada. You may call me Desra Lurjada. You may call me Desra. I have not heard of any new apprentices being accepted for training recently. What brings you to this place, if I might ask? I came here with Bastila. Yes, of course, I should have known. I have only heard a little of how she escaped the destruction of Taris. Tell me, did she save you from that planet as well? Sure. You work together. Oh, I see. Well, I meant no offense, of course. In any case, it is good to have her back on Dantooine. We were afraid Malik had captured her. I hope you enjoy your time here on Dantooine. May the Force be with you.
I heard that the Sith have destroyed Taris. This bodes ill for us.
Belaya.
I wish you a pleasant stay here on Dantooine. May the Force be with you.
God, her head was creepy. T3's like stuck. Where the hell did I start from? Okay, I came in that way. I'm gonna go this way. We need to learn the Force! Use the Force, Luke!
Bastila has told us of a most unusual development. She claims you and she have shared a dream. A vision of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins here on Dantooine.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds. Perhaps they're more than we first suspected, if Revan and Malak found something there.
She says she has felt your presence within the dream. The presence she has felt within you ever since...
Mr. Vandar.
Ever since Taris. It is not unknown for this to happen between two people strong in the Force. Bastila has described this shared dream to the Council in great detail. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you, as it acts through Bastila.
I'm having visions now.
You and Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force, and each other. This is not unheard of. Connections often form between master and student, but rarely does a bond develop so quickly.
Whatever dangers may lie ahead, we cannot ignore the destiny that has brought you and Bastila here to us, together. You and she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path to the dark side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle. We have sent many Jedi in quest of a way to thwart Malak's advance. Many have not returned. The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals, ambushing and assassinating our brothers wherever they are found. We fear it is only a matter of time until they discover even this hidden refuge.
Other Jedi have fallen from the light and embraced the dark side, giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord.
Jedi are turning to the dark side?
The lure of the dark side is not easy to resist. Malak's power grows as more and more planets fall to his conquering armies.
If Malak is not stopped, the Republic will fall, and the Jedi will be hunted to extinction. The galaxy will enter a time of darkness and tyranny, not seen for 1,000 generations.
The Council has decreed that you and Bastila must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of, once the Council deems you ready.
Perhaps there you will find some clue, some explanation of how Revan and Malak were corrupted. And perhaps there you shall find a way to stop them.
The Force flows through you like no student we have ever seen. But you're willful and headstrong, a dangerous combination.
I don't really see how
Before
I've been
we send you to
fruitful.
investigate the ruins, you must be trained in the ways of the Jedi, so that you can resist the darkness within yourself, within all of us. Otherwise, you are doomed to fail.
Okay.
We must begin your training at once. You have a destiny upon you that you must be prepared to face. The entire fate of the galaxy is upon you.
I can only hope you will prove up to the task.
Okay, thanks,
The
douche.
path you have chosen to walk is difficult. Intensive training will prepare you physically for the demands of the Order. Meditation will teach you to channel the power of the Force. To truly understand the way of the Jedi, you must open your mind to knowledge. Seek wisdom in the teachings of the great masters of our Order. A Jedi is never alone. Others in the Order will always stand by you. You and Bastila share a special bond. Do not be afraid to turn to her when you need help in your training. The way of the Jedi is difficult. It requires great discipline. Yet even though you are a mere apprentice, your potential is unlimited, and your progress amazing. In all my years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly. You have done in weeks what many cannot do in years. I am honored to welcome you fully into the Jedi Order.
Meanwhile,
Soon your
Bastila's
apprenticeship will
pissed.
end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy. Few mention those names around here anymore, but I suppose it is just as dangerous to deny they were ever part of the Order. When I was still on Coruscant, Revan and Malak often came to me for additional training. In particular, Revan's hunger to learn seemed insatiable. I should have recognized this as a warning sign. But I perceived the young Padawan's lust for knowledge as simple exuberance and eagerness. Revan was my most promising pupil, one I felt sure would someday become a champion of the Jedi Order. The Jedi Order moved too slowly for Revan and Malak. We were too cautious in their eyes. They always sought to learn far quicker than their masters felt was prudent. It is one thing to understand a lesson, but to truly comprehend it takes a wisdom that only comes with time. Several years ago, when the Mandalorian threat first arose, Revan and Malak were eager to journey to the Outer Rim to defeat the enemy of the Republic. But the Council felt it best if we moved with care and caution. The true threat, the Council feared, had not yet revealed itself, but Revan would not be dissuaded. Charismatic and powerful, it was inevitable many of the Order would flock to Revan's seemingly noble cause. Malak was the first to join his closest friend. Others soon followed, many of our youngest and brightest, intent on saving the galaxy from the Mandalorian threat.
They disobeyed the Jedi Council. What happened to this noble mission?
They were foolish to disregard the Council's wishes. I do not know what happened to Revan, Malak, and their followers on the farthest reaches of the Outer Rim, but something corrupted them. Their ideals became twisted, their spirits were tainted, and they fell to the dark side. There is a lesson in this, a lesson you would do well to take to heart. The dark side can corrupt even the most noble of Jedi.
I will heed the lesson.
You have learned much, yet there is much more for you to still understand. The way of the Jedi must be entered into with a clear and focused mind. When you feel that you are ready to continue your training, know that you can find me here.
What items did I lose? Seriously, what items did I lose? From training? We didn't do anything.
Greetings, my young pupil. Your progress has been most remarkable so far. Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest in the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations.
Okay, I am ready for the test. What kind of tests are these?
These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan, and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code. Return when you feel you are ready for this challenge.
Oh. Okay. Where's the item with the thing and the... Look how light side I am already. Look at me. Just accept me now. Oh crap. Where's the, like, items? There we go. Show new items. That's not helpful. It's like, this is everything. Show quest items. Okay. That's not helpful. So, just whatever. Does my journal say anything about it? So it doesn't, where do I know that that's like I have to read something and remember it. What the fuck? Oh, training computer. It's this. Welcome, Sentient. It is important for the peace and harmony of all beings that the many paths of the Jedi Order be understood. Only through knowledge can all see the truth of the Force. Oh, that's nice. I think I always end up picking the Consular or the Sentinel. I think I've done the Guardian. I don't remember. I think I've picked all three of them, but I can't remember which one I picked, like, more than once. I think it's the Consular, because you get so many Force points, and I always like wielding the Force. I was always like running in and doing crazy shit. Jedi Consulars seek to bring balance to the universe. They focus less on physical combat and more on mental disciplines in order to augment their mastery of the Force. Basic class attributes: 6 vitality per level, 8 force points per level, slow skill progression, slow feat progression. Jedi Sentinels ferret out deceit and injustice, bringing them to light. They strike a balance between the physical and mental disciplines of the Jedi Order. Basic class attributes: 8 vitality per level, 6 force points per level, average skill progression, slow feat progression. Consular. Guardians. Jedi Guardians battle against the forces of evil and the dark side. They focus on combat training and masterful use of the lightsaber. Basic class attributes: 10 vitality per level, 4 force points per level, slow skill progression, fast feat progression. Okay, let's slide off. It's not helpful. I don't need a workbench. How do I know what the tenants are?
Greetings, my young. Soon you're in the... These tests will see if you're... First, I will test your... You must... There is
no emotion. Oh god, where's the thing that says it? There is no emotion. There is knowledge.
That is not correct, apprentice. Perhaps you are not yet ready for this challenge. There is no shame in admitting weakness. Feel free to speak to the other Jedi in the Academy. Return when you feel you are ready.
Okay, so I just have to go talk to everybody else? Is that what it is?
If you have questions, you should direct them toward the Jedi Council members.
Greetings, young apprentice. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it, or so they say. As a chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, I feel it is my duty to share the history of our order with the newly initiated. Unfortunately, our recent history is one of tragedy and bloodshed. The Mandalorian Wars, the fall of Revan and Malak, the rise of the Sith. There are important lessons to be learned from these events, if we do not wish to repeat the mistakes of our past. Of course, I could not tell you the entire history of our order. The Jedi have existed for thousands upon thousands of years. We are as old as the Republic itself. Instead, I will begin 40 years ago with the War of Exar Kun. Like Malak and Revan, Exar Kun was a Jedi who fell to the dark side and led an army against the Jedi and the Republic. Exar Kun was defeated, but the war left both the Republic and our own order severely weakened. For 20 years, we struggled to rebuild, trying to erase the scars of the terrible conflict. All things in time. You shall learn that history is an intricate weaving of many events. No one thing can be understood without the proper context. 20 years ago, the Mandalorians, aware that the Republic was in a weakened state, began conquering small worlds on the Outer Rim. They were careful to choose only planets outside the Republic's jurisdiction. After much debate, the Senate chose not to intervene. As long as the Mandalorians avoided planets that were members of the Republic itself, there would be no retaliation.
Wait, what? Senate chose not to intervene as long as the Mandalorians avoided planets that were members of the Republic. There would be no retaliation. But we ended up in a war anyway.
The Mandalorians stockpiled resources from their conquered worlds, preparing for a massive assault. 7 years ago, they launched a simultaneous attack in 3 separate sectors of Republic space. The Senate had no choice but to retaliate with the entire Republic fleet. The Mandalorian Wars had begun.
Did the Jedi join in?
The Republic petitioned the Jedi Council for aid, but there were many factors to consider before we allowed ourselves to be drawn into another conflict, so soon after the war with Exar Kun. While the Jedi Council preached patience, there were many among our order who were eager for us to join the battle. 2 young knights in particular demanded immediate action, Revan and Malak. They rallied many of the Jedi to their cause, and against the wishes of their masters, joined the Republic fleet battling the Mandalorians. Revan was a brilliant military leader, and the Republic fleet began to win victory after victory. 4 years ago, the Mandalorians surrendered unconditionally. Revan and Malak were heroes, the great saviors of the Republic. 1/3 of the Republic fleet was under their direct command. And then something happened. Instead of returning after the war's end, the ships under Revan's command went deep into unexplored space. They claimed to be searching for the last remnants of the Mandalorian fleet. All contact was lost. For many months, it was assumed some great disaster had befallen the entire fleet. Everyone thought they were dead. There were unsubstantiated rumors of Revan and Malak being seen on a number of different planets during these months, scattered sightings that were never confirmed. 3 years ago, Revan and Malak returned at the head of a massive invasion fleet. Revan had assumed the title of Sith Lord. The hero had become a conqueror.
I think they both assumed titles of Sith Lord. Where did Revan get the ships for the Sith fleet?
Initially, the bulk of the Sith force were former Republic soldiers who had served under Revan. With each conquest, thousands more flocked to join the invaders, swelling their numbers. Even many of our own order have betrayed us, lured by Sith promises of riches and power. But what is more disturbing is the size of the Sith fleet itself. Some of the ships in the Sith fleet are those that were under Revan's command during the Mandalorian Wars, but many more are of an alien design we've never seen before. The source of this massive fleet is one of the many things about the Sith we cannot explain. It seems impossible to have created it in such a short time, yet we cannot deny its existence.
So then what?
For 2 years, the Sith were all but invincible. Fortunately, Bastila and her battle meditation allowed the Republic to win a few key victories and kept the Sith from total triumph. In desperation, we set a trap for the Dark Lord. Bastila was with the strike team that tried to capture Revan, as you probably know. She was there at Revan's end. That was nearly a year ago, but things have not improved. Malak has stepped in and assumed the mantle of Dark Lord for himself, though he's far from Revan's equal in strategy or tactics. Still, his fleet continues to grow in both ships and soldiers. If we do not find some way to stop the Sith soon, Malak will overwhelm us with sheer numbers.
What can I learn from Revan's history? Don't worry, I'll find a way to stop the Sith. Where are the Academy's archives? What can I learn from this?
Revan's tale shows us how even the greatest of Jedi can fall to the dark side. You must always be on guard against the evil that dwells within you. Think hard upon this lesson.
I will think on it.
May the Force... Greetings, young... As you... This facility is a training academy. The archives here are restricted to those who have attained the rank of Master. We must protect overeager Padawans from being exposed to dangerous knowledge. The pursuit of knowledge is a noble goal, but there are some things that require the wisdom of a Master to truly understand. You should ponder the history of Revan. It contains many lessons you may need if we hope to defeat Malak and the
Cool,
Sith.
but I want to go do the training, so I would love it if someone helped me out. Alright, thanks. I'll be going.
May the Force be with you.
Good evening, apprentice. I trust your training goes well.
I hope so.
All Jedi must know the code. Its tenets are the fundamental teachings of our order. Think and meditate on these truths, apprentice. There is no emotion. There is peace.
Oh, shit.
There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no chaos. There is harmony. There is no death. There is the Force. I have faith that you will achieve the rank of Padawan soon.
Shit, can you give that back?
Master Jar is most impressed with your progress. May the Force be with you, apprentice.
Son of a bitch!
Good evening, all Jedi. There is no emotion. There is peace. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. There is no passion. There is serenity.
Okay, thanks. I
have
got
faith
it.
that you will.
I'm glad you have faith.
I
So
see
why
you
not?
insist on wandering the halls of our enclave when you should be busy studying your lessons.
I'm talking to people.
I suppose such desires are inevitable, though I fear you may seek knowledge for which you are not prepared. Yet I will do my best to guide your quest. Bastila, the young Jedi holds great promise and great danger. She can do much for both the Republic and the Council. Without her skill in battle meditation, the Sith Armada would have conquered the galaxy long ago. But despite her command of the Force, Bastila is still young. She is a Jedi, but she has not attained the rank of Master. The Council would do well to remember this before we lay the fate of the galaxy on her slender shoulders. You would do well to focus more closely on your lessons. The Force is strong with you, but you need training and guidance in the ways of the Jedi, lest you suffer a fate similar to that of Revan.
Okay. Well, I'll go do the training thing. First one, at least. I don't remember what the others are.
Greetings, my young pupil. Your progress has been most remarkable so far. Are you here to continue your training in the ways of the Jedi?
Yes.
Soon you're in the These tests will see if you have First, you must. There is no emotion.
Okay. There is peace.
There is no ignorance.
There is knowledge.
There is no passion.
There is serenity.
There is no chaos.
There is harmony.
There is no death.
These are kind of the same things, by the way. Some of them.
You have
Where's the
learned your
fourth?
studies well, apprentice. It will not be long before you are a full member of our order. But first, you must pass the second test and learn about the most prized possession of a Jedi. The very symbol of our order.
Yeah,
the
give it to me!
lightsaber. The lightsaber is the traditional weapon of our order. It is a symbol of a Jedi's skill, dedication, and authority. And each lightsaber is as individual as the Jedi who wields it. The blade is made of pure energy, focused by polished crystals in the hilt. As the second test, each Jedi must construct her lightsaber with her own hands. And now it is your time. Speak with Master Dorak, and he will guide you through the choosing of a crystal.
I want to choose a yellow one. However, I'm pretty sure consulars can't. But I think Bastila's was yellow, so fuck it, whatever. Wait, who did he say to speak to? Dorak. Dorak?
Ah, you have come, young apprentice, at Master Zar's bidding. He sees great promise in you, as do I. The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the Order. Blue is the color of the Jedi Guardian. This Jedi battles against the forces of evil and the dark side. They focus more on combat training and use of the lightsaber. Yellow is the color of the Jedi Sentinel. This Jedi ferrets out deceit and injustice, bringing it to light. They focus less on combat and more on other skills and abilities. Green is the color of the Jedi Consular. This Jedi seeks to bring balance to the universe. They mediate between other groups, using their powers to end conflict and preserve peace.
Okay. Consular it is.
Indeed. We shall see. I will now ask you questions, and your responses will indicate which class you lean most towards. A woman and her small child are beset by a desperate-looking group of thugs. They're menacing her with weapons, and she screams to you for help. What do you do?
Yeah, okay. Did Vanessa also tell you that we both were pretty calm about it? I want to play this game. I would help them please stop the thugs. I don't know.
Indeed. Very well. On to the next question.
Doesn't matter.
You are
I'm
in
gonna be the consular.
combat with a dark Jedi allied with the Sith. There is a pause in the combat. What do you do? Yes, I suspected as much. Now for the next question. There is a locked door, and your goal lies on the other side. What do you do?
No.
I am beginning to see a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, the final question. You are the head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do you do? Yes, I thought as much. As I suspected, you would be most suitable as a Jedi Consular. Which color and path do you believe yourself most suited to?
I already said consular, for fuck's sake. How many times?
Here is a green crystal for your lightsaber. Go speak to Master Jar again, and he will instruct you on how to construct it.
Okay, I want a yellow one, but for fuck's sake. Alright, let's see. So we need more of this. Oh, we need more of that. Okay. We don't have any other stuff. Okay, Jedi defense. Ooh, good, good. I can wield. Oh, look at all the stuff I can wield. Okay, great, 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 great. Okay. Where's the Jedi one? Oh, that's right. I have to like level up. Force sensitive. There's nothing to do about this. I don't want that. Force focus. I level up. God damn it. One of these makes sense, I guess. This one. What's this one? This one's good too. Oh, never mind. I want this one. Oh, I can't get it? Or I can. Yeah, I can. Power! Played Doom 2016 on stream, or you mean Steam? And I'm not interested in Doom. I'm gonna need some cure. Because I won't always have Bachelor. And I'm also gonna need stun. No. Where did it go? I'm gonna need this force push after that too. Okay. Stun and stasis. No thanks. Since I'm the only character that can get it, I don't think that makes any sense to get the other stuff. I don't want Doom. I mean, thanks for the thought, but I don't want to play Doom. You're the worst. We could play Civ. I mean, not now, because I'm playing this game, but we could play some Civ and stream it if you want. I have a horrible feeling that it's like the most inappropriate stream when we play together, but we can still do it.
I cannot render assistance, citizen. Move along.
You have the look of a seasoned Kazakh player about you. I dabble in it from time to time myself. Care for it? No, I don't want you to say that word on my stream. I mean, it would be you saying it, not me, so it's different, but no, I don't want you to say that word on my stream. More like, I don't want it on my stream. And I really very little care about what happens on the stream. It's a part of your way. Yeah, maybe if you said a part instead of apart. I am Sola, and to be perfectly blunt, my business is my own. I do offer you, though, the company of my time for a game or two of Kazakh. Do you care for hands? Not right now. So he has something for sale? Let's see what he's got. As a matter of fact, I do. Let's see what he's got. Oh god, these are expensive. I can't take that away from you. You're bringing a rich tapestry of culture to the stream. Okay. I said, you know, I don't want you to say it, but at least it's coming out of your mouth. But we could stream some Civ. That would be fun. Mostly because then there'll be proof that you like set up wars after I do really impossible crazy things like no let's not have a war yet. Oh, I'm best friends with everyone? Yeah. Oh, they're all pissed now.
Why are you bothering me? I'm here to speak with the council, not some servant.
I don't.
Please
it's not about
leave,
money.
or I shall be forced to tell the council of your rude behavior.
What's this dude pissed at me for?
Why are you bothering me? I'm here to speak with the council, not some servant. Please leave, or I shall...
A dick. This is the exit. I don't think I'm going there yet. But let's see what we
The
got.
council has decreed you must not leave the enclave. Please return to your room.
Alright, so what am I supposed to do? Oh, I guess I go back and construct it now, right? Hard R? What the fuck does that even mean?
I'm here.
Ah, good. Now that you have selected your crystal, we shall begin the construction of your lightsaber.
Yeah, I'm not gonna edit it out, but I'm also not gonna repeat everything that you're saying. For a reason. Alright, I can always change this later, right? I think that's true. I hope that's true. What?
You have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice. Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber. These crystals are very rare, found only in certain caves strong in the Force. By adding crystals to your lightsaber, you can alter or enhance its properties. There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals. They can modify simple things such as the color of your blade, or complex ones such as crystals that reputedly increase the strength of the beam. But you must learn first to use your lightsaber and take care when drawing it. Your lightsaber identifies you as a member of the Jedi Order. With such recognition comes honor and respect, and the attentions of dangerous enemies. The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice?
Also, whenever I play as a guy, I pick the guy that's, like, bald. I like the really big black guy that's bald. I don't know. I really like it. Basically, if I'm not gonna pick something that looks like me, like really like me, or then why don't I just pick something that looks like I like I like that look. I wish I could look like that, or I just think this avatar looks cool. What's wrong with it? I used to braid my hair, like, not like this. Like, she's got really great shit going on. I mean, I know it's pixelated, but she's got good shit going on with her hair. But when I was younger, I had much thicker hair, so I did, like, little braids, like, a few times a year. But my hair is way too thin now. It's been falling out. Well, she's pretty. I mean, some of the other faces were like, holy shit, what happened here? Okay, I'm ready to face
For
the
every
trial.
Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove, once used for deep meditation by the Jedi, is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Kathhounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers, a threat the Jedi have promised to stop.
What would you have me do, Master Zar? You want me to go kill Kathhounds? What's causing this corruption?
The Kathhounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task.
Do you have no other guidance?
I can say no more. Some things you must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
I don't know why that's funny. Like, what's wrong? Like, look at her. She looks good. I mean, okay, she's got the things on her face. Hold on. Oh, I got better ones? Oh. I know somebody to give that to. But look at her. See, she's nice looking. I mean, okay, she also looks a little pissed, but you know, none of them look happy. All the avatars are like supposed to be like, you know, neutral or whatever. They always look pissed. I want to give this to, I think Karth should have that. I want this one for her. Okay, nope. We have Brejik's armband. Can I put the... Oh, so I can wield both. Oh, that's kind of awesome. Alright, oops, I forgot to take care of Karth. I don't actually think he needs those, but whatever. This would be better. Ooh, he looks sexy with those glasses on.
I'm here.
Sup, Bastila?
If you have questions, you should direct them toward...
You're useless. I got a lightsaber!
Good evening, apprentice. I trust your training goes well. A Jedi must ever be seeking knowledge. I knew Revan as a promising young pupil. Revan was strong in the Force, but also headstrong and proud. Such traits are not unusual in a Padawan. Perhaps that was why I did not see the true extent of the danger. Many of the young Jedi admired Revan, including Malak. When Revan set off to challenge the Mandalorians, Malak was the... And when Revan...
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. So Revan was stronger than Malak.
Revan was always the leader, the more powerful of the pair. When Revan fell, we had hoped the Sith threat was ended. But Malak quickly assumed Revan's role, and has embraced the dark side power as fully as his old master ever did. Now, Malak leads the Sith Armada against the Republic. Hate and vengeance for his master's death draw Malak ever further down the path of the dark side, fueling his powers until they surpass those of his old master. Only you and Bastila together can stop Malak now. The way ahead will be difficult for young Bastila, and for you. But you must draw strength from each other. May the Force be with you. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Can I just ask that? Oh, Master Vrook doesn't seem to like me very much.
Master Vrook may seem harsh and critical, but he understands the dangers that lie in your path. He wants you and Bastila to be fully prepared when you finally face Lord Malak. The way ahead will be difficult for young Bastila, and for you. But you must draw strength from each other. May the Force be with you. Is there anything else you would like to know? Very well. May the Force be with you.
Alright, let's go kill some cat hounds. Oh wait, do I have like Jedi robes yet, or? Nope, they didn't give me anything. Son of a bitch.
The Council has decreed you may come and go as you please.
Rahaisha Sandral is a nice young woman, but her father has been keeping her at their estate since her brother went missing. Arlen Matali likes to lord his wealth over the rest of us.
Whoa,
what I wouldn't give for him to eat his own words. His son seems like a nice boy, though.
Wish I could look up. Nemo, I found him! I found...
It is good sometimes to stop and reflect on the beauty of nature and the Force. I am sorry. I tend to get carried away. I do not believe we have met, apprentice. My name is Nemo. Is there something I can help you with? Indeed. What is it you would like from me? The Council has told you nothing of the Grove? Do not be so quick to judge circumstances about which you are ignorant. Not everything may be as transparent as you would believe. The Grove can be found to the south and east in the plains, but be wary of Cathounds. They may be agitated by the power in the Grove. Is there something else I can help you with? Very well. What is it you wish to know? Ah, yes, those caves. Those caves are dangerous for the unwary. Kinreth spiders infest the places. They are attracted by the colors and heat given off by the crystals, I think. It is a pity. Those caves are strong with the Force. Is there something else I can help you with? About me? I am truly flattered. What is it you wish to know? I am here by the will of the Jedi Council. I serve the good and, hopefully through that, the people of the Republic. I think perhaps you place an undue importance on rank and hierarchy. Understandable, but regrettable also. We each serve in our place, high or low. Is there something else I can help you with?
I don't think you answered me.
I hope your time...
Okay, well, thanks, buddy.
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition?
I am merely an apprentice, not a Jedi.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Does the Council require our presence? Oh, I see. I am mistaken. How may I be of assistance? My name is Gar. Me and my fine wife, Rilke, here...
A pleasure.
...live on one of the northern farms. But the cat hounds and the Mandalorian problem has been getting really bad of late, and we're here to ask the Jedi Council to help.
Oh, yeah, I have some more viewers. Say hello.
Recently, the cat hounds have been acting much more aggressively. They've even attacked some of the settlers. Those Mandalorian raiders have been milking the outlying farms dry, too. I hear John got hit really bad. Too bad about his daughter. I'm not sure exactly what the Council will do about it, but we need some help with this. I only hope they'll listen to me. Is there anything else you require? Ever since the Republic beat them years ago, little groups have been roaming all over the place. With the Sith invasion, the Republic doesn't have the manpower to hunt them down. The Jedi are even worse off because Malak has been hunting them specifically. They're worried that he might even be supporting these raiders, so don't want to face them directly. That puts us in a kind of hard situation. Is there anything else I can help you with? Well, as you can see, Dantooine is mostly plains and grassland, but it has a nice hearty soil. A lot of new people have come in the last generation or so. Well, the ones you'll most likely hear about are the Scoundrels and the Matalis. Big, wealthy landowners, both of them. But Alan Matali and Nurik Sandrel just can't seem to get along. And now Alan wants to get the Council to do something.
Do something or something happen?
Well, from what I hear, it started about a week ago. See, Nurik's son, Cassis, is an archaeologist. Bright lad, too, but he disappeared. Nurik, of course, blamed Alan, but even he didn't take it before the Council. But now, Alan's son, Shen, has disappeared as well. And no one knows where he's gone. Alan blames Nurik. He thinks he's kidnapped his son. I don't know exactly what he wants to ask the Council, but from what I know of Alan, he's probably going to be after blood. Is there anything else you require?
He sounds an awful lot like Neelix. Like the voice actor sounds a lot like Neelix from Star Trek Voyager. Is it just me? I think I remember thinking that years and years and years ago. Weird. I'm gonna go.
Farewell, then. May the Force be with you. Is that how it goes? Yes. May the Force be with you.
Well, at least he was nice.
Hello. I'm afraid I'm not very good at explaining things. If you have any questions, please ask my husband.
Are you a Jedi? How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us? Protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer.
Hey, if you're just coming in here, make sure you say hello. I can see that my numbers are going up. What are you talking about?
Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no.
You killed her?
There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter. But you have been accepted into the Order. Yours is the authority of the Jedi. I will give you all I have. Just please, annihilate them from the face of this planet.
I'm not gonna kill people for you.
Dantooine is one of our last refuges. Dantooine is one of our last refuges.
Master Quattro was hurt very badly. She might die. I heard it was her own apprentice that...
Please do not disturb me.
Oh.
I have pressing matters at hand.
Ah, yes. You are a Jedi. I am grateful that you people harbored me in my times of need. What happened to you? I am a victim, a refugee, yes, fled from my world once the Sith League comes. They bomb and they scour the continent, boil the ocean. Sith are bad, yes. But I run here, find the Jedi already, unknown. They take me in. I can't read it this fast! Not to blame, of course. The Sith are strong and destroy those who oppose me. My thanks you have, and your order. Is there anything else you require? Unless you're just gonna hand me something. You can't just demand it from me. It's not very Jedi-like.
Master Quattro, Arlen Matali likes to lord his wealth over the rest of us. What I wouldn't give for him to eat
Master Quattro happened. Something happened to her. And we're gonna go find that out. I should save. Wait, let me actually get out of here. Elise! Is she a spider lady?
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see? We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I went to see and found it wide open. I searched everywhere and could not find him. I worry so much. I need him back so badly. I wonder if could he have been kidnapped? Cathounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they have been more vicious lately. No. It must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked. Well, yes, it could have, but he had no reason to run away. His programming... Well, yes, he is a droid, but he is very valuable to me all the same. He's the last piece of my poor passed-away husband that I have left. He is very dear to me, my precious is. I don't know what I'd do without him.
Well, you're being creepy.
He's the only companionship I have on all of Dantooine. He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. He made this one capable of taking care of me for the rest of my life. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal ease of mind, I need him back. His absence gnaws at me like a gaping wound.
Wow, she really misses her droid, doesn't she?
Please, I beg of you, return my droid to me.
Like, what are we looking for, lady?
Thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. If you find him, please send him home to me. I need him so much.
I'm freaked out. Greetings, fellow Ascension. I noticed that you were not heavily armed, or at least not heavily armed enough. Please allow me myself to introduce myself. I am a Doom, a simple merchant with a much noble purpose. Purpose, okay. Yes, purpose. Okay. The settlers are noble humans of Dantooine, plagued by captains, raiders, and other fearsome troubles of life. It is much, much too sad to see these things happen to such people as this. Therefore, I have made this my mission to lead. Mission? To overcome their troubles, they must be able to defend themselves. Therefore, I shall offer the highest of quality of weapons at the lowest of low of prices for them. Okay. I'm here, offering you much in the way of weaponry at low prices. How can any sentient have such a bargain? They cannot. Weaponry it is, and weaponry I have. What is it you would like from me this fine day? Let me see what you're selling.
Baba Hassan Shan. Kakin Janawa. Kachi. Baba. Kak. Achua Penti. Kakin Janawa Bakaon. Bagwa Chiwa Aita Kan Kichana.
Okay, play. Try to sell me stuff.
Achua.
I'm sorry, but I have not been on this world long. I'm not familiar with any specific locales in this area. Okay. I'd like to see what okay, this stuff's... Oh my god! This stuff is way too expensive for me. How the fuck are you supposed to get this stuff? I'm supposed to sell, what, every single thing I pick up? I don't think it's worth that. Like, yeah, okay, so I can get... Oh, wait, this one. So I can get T3 to make me one of these things or something, but... Like, every time I'm on the Ebon Hawk, but, I mean, that's, like, an insane amount of times to go back and forth. Why do they expect that this would work out particularly well? It's crazy. Like, and none of this is worth anything. Holy fuck, that thing's huge. Oh yeah, those look much more like the size I thought they.
Oh!
Time to rumble!
Okay, probably time to save. Oh, I can't move again.
What?
Now that must have worked.
What?
Those are so cool. Well, I just had some insight about a thing I designed years ago. Why, like, it looked kind of like them. Not super like them. Must have been a little bit thinking of it subconsciously.
Oh!
How'd you like that? Time to rumble!
Oh!
Time to rumble!
Oh!
How'd you like that?
Now I can't move. Oh, jeez, this is so obnoxious. Where's even out?
I'm here.
Can't move stuff.
What?
What?
I think this was the dream. Alright, let's go.
Ready? How'd you like that? Hmm? Down you go!
Down you go!
I'm here.
T3 can't move, but no, you can, I guess.
Oh.
How'd you like that?
Let's see. These are all the, like, the family parameters too, right? I remember there's like a huge glitch loop that makes it impossible to do certain things if you don't do it just right because it's broken. I wonder what it is. I can't remember exactly, so I might have to look it up.
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate? Leave immediately. Only those on official family business are permitted within the estate.
These settlers have come to Dantooine seeking privacy. Perhaps we should respect their wishes.
Okay, just passing through then, I guess. Oh, this is one of the spots that I stopped and went, whoa, look how amazing it is. Water's going a little too fast though, but it is beautiful. Very pretty view. Hey, look at that.
You've been holding out on us again. If you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
How nice of you.
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
I guess we just fight.
Time to rumble! You asked for this. How'd you like that? Time to rumble.
All right. There's a journal entry added though. We encountered some of the Mandalorian raiders plaguing Dantooine and slaying them. They did not seem as organized or as powerful as you've been led to believe. Perhaps you have not yet met their most powerful member. Okay, now I can't move again.
What?
The grove. I think this is where we meet Juhani.
Ha! How'd you like that? Hmm? You asked for this! What?
What?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's where I just came. I'll just walk in circles. We're kind of over there just now. I feel like I should say it. I missed 19. And I did 16 twice. Neat.
Achuta.
Apprentice, your arrival here is well timed.
Dong Patugas Mactilia.
For real? I'm Blue, the Jedi from the Enclave. I was sent by the Jedi Council to investigate the killing that took place here a few hours ago. Communication does not pose a problem as both the suspects and I speak whatever. I was going to indicate this myself, but now that you are here, this could be an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate how well you have been learning your lessons at the Academy. Though you are not yet a full Jedi, perhaps you could assist me in sorting out the truth from the lie. Okay. Listen to the stories given by the two suspects. I brought an information retrieval droid with access to the archives both at the Jedi Enclave and the Plague. I will use my wisdom and experience to offer you some guidance, but I will not solve the case for you. There's little benefit if you do not solve this problem. Consider each man's account, check the facts with the information. Once you have gathered all the evidence, you can conclude the possible scenario. If you are unable to come to a satisfactory resolution, And I will take these men here and fit into this myself. According to the accounts of participants, these three men were out here in the field together earlier before the clouds broke. I find that very odd. Most people would seek shelter indoors when the sky is full of dark, spoiled clouds, as it was earlier today. But that is not the most puzzling aspect of this case. The dead man, called the medic, was shot in the back with a blaster rifle. The rifle was found lying near his body with blood stains on it. It has been sent back to the Enclave for analysis. 2 other men were found at the scene when I arrived. One was handing food. He was unarmed. The other was Rickard Lusov, who was carrying a hunting laser. Both men said they did not do anything, and that they came across the body, but also both accused the other. Obviously, there is more to this than what we have been told. Is there anything else I should know? There is one last thing. When I arrived, Tandon was holding his side, and Rickard was favoring one of his legs. You would do well to remember this as we progress through the case. Is there anything else you need? Okay.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Should I have?
I guess under the circumstances, no. Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead.
Did you see him killed? Alright, go on.
And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Neat.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Netic, Rickard Lusov, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require?
Right now, yeah. How did you find out about the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriars are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Alright, tell me what happened.
Well, I was out hunting Irias when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Is there any other information you need?
Oh, cool.
Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned it. How can I be of further? I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there. Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. How can I be of further? Well, actually, I didn't see anything. I was over across the bridge. I heard a shot and came over. I can tell you I was sure surprised to see Calder's body lying there. I just got here when I saw Rickard coming out of the rocks holding his blaster. I was terrified. I had no idea what he was going to do, so I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave. Master Baluk came out here with his droid and started questioning us. I think he really doesn't understand what's going on. I hope that you'll be able to make a more informed decision and get me out of here soon. I have things I have to do.
Okay.
Of course, of course.
I want to know if he really
Listen,
was
if
the
you
one
need
who
anything,
called.
I shall be glad to assist.
Why isn't that an option?
Is there any other information you need?
Well, not from you.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
So, what do you want to know? Well, I was out hunting Irias south of here, and I saw one over by the bridge. The sun was pretty much right behind it, though, so I couldn't see it none too clearly. I shot, and when I came over here, I found Handon standing over the body, holding his side. There wasn't an Irias in sight. I think he might have taken it. Calder must have been hunting it himself, because there was a rifle lying close to the body. Bullock's got that now. Mine, too. I want that back.
Okay.
So, what do you want to know? I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Irias. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot, and pow, it went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Irias was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now? So, what do you... Well, I was out hunting. I shot, and when I... Calder must have been hunting it himself, because there was a...
Well, he thinks he saw that.
So, what do you want to know? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
Is there any other information? Very well.
Nothing new, basically. Oops. Is there something I can do to help you in this investigation? Nearby, and heard a shot and ran away. And its friend Calder already dead. He said Rickard came out of the shadow of the rocks, holding a blaster in his hands. Rickard said that he was hunting Irias. Someone threw the glare of the sun and shot at it. It is possible that Rickard may have shot Calder accidentally, and Handon may have found the body, but that seems a very unlikely explanation. It's more likely that at least one of them is lying. Obviously one of these are but where does the truth lie? I can't say they're both lying. Cat people always lie. What the fuck is this? I don't, there aren't options that make sense.
Nita
Yes,
poe
hold on, I was very
etikiko.
cloudy this morning.
Dolpa da bonqualeo
These records
gandonan
have suddenly loud and
chuchu.
invisible outside.
Kachichu
You seem to have
ita
caught record in your
dundonga. Ta kunjus takniki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikinku pa muchashak pa.
There we go, now I should have more options.
How can I be of further assistance? I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him. How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut. A hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further... Of course.
So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slimeball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, you Jedi are so predictable, always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. So, well, right.
Is there any other information you need? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettick and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Garang spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettick about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? My preliminary analysis of the... Is there... Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be a further... Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but you know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Nettick, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife, right under my nose, no less. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceeding. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know? Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport.
I remember it being annoying.
We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Ronda di hotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez chika chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulerat. Ronda di hotonga kun honkabi. Wan. Ta kunjas tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikinku muchashat pakat. Kiyino no namapauli.
Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous calf hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course.
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
Akupa chekopa.
Oh wait, shit, hold on.
Takum.
Is there any other information you... I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? Of course.
I wish these would change easier.
Akupa chekopa. Gino. Akup. Ronda di hotonga kun honkabi. Wan kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamul. Muchashat pakat.
Is there any other information you... I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Pakupacheku. Tong abong sha umina. Wanga kumbi. Lunda diho tonga kun hankabi.
But I don't remember. Because I'm not really done. I think it's Handon's blood because it's his gun. But I also think that the other guy, I know it's both. Like, can't I say both? Oh, I don't want to be wrong.
Pakupacheku. Lunda diho tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek.
He has been moving on since I arrived. Perhaps we should examine him a little more.
Hey, what are you doing?
There is blood. Handon appears to have suffered some sort of blast wound to his side. It would seem there is one logical scenario. Handon killed Calder for having an affair with his wife. Rickard was out hunting and accidentally shot Handon after he had killed Calder. No, they are both guilty. When most people would not have known that, but we are not like most people here, Jedi. Still, I would like to know how you came to conclusion. We know Calder was having an affair with Handon's wife, but what possible motive could Rickard have for wanting Calder dead? He was also having an affair. No, Rickard thought Calder was cheating him in business. Yes, well done. Both men had a reason to want Calder dead. This is my theory of this morning's events. Both men knew Calder would be out here this morning, and each plotted to kill him. Handon found him first and shot him because of the affair Calder was having with his wife. Shortly after, Rickard arrived on the scene. From a distance, he saw Handon and thought it was Calder. So he shot him in retaliation for the credits Calder had cheated him out of in their business. God, I think I got this right. Handon would have dropped his blaster, but when we found the scene covered in blood, he probably thought Rickard was going to kill him, so he called us, hoping he could convince us it was Rickard.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
That is enough. The culpability of both of you in the murder and attempted murder of Calder and Eddick is evident. Additionally, Rickard Gusoff can be charged with aggravated assault and attempted murder of Handon. I place you both under the arrest of the Jedi Order and will escort you to holding facilities in the Jedi Enclave. You have done well here. It's obvious you have been studying your lessons carefully. I will be sure to inform the Jedi Council of your performance in this little test.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Good day, and may the Force be with you. Oh, we leveled. Alright, alright. Should I give him though? And she still can't wait. That seems right.
Uh-huh.
Alright, now where are we? This isn't helpful. Ancient Grove. Did I get there yet? I don't remember. That's obviously the way I came, though, because I killed stuff. Oh, I guess we'll go this way.
You asked for this! Down you go! How'd you like that?
No, don't do it twice. God damn it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You asked for this!
Now that must have hurt.
How'd you like that?
Let's go this game. There's a bunch of Mandalorians and shit. I'm gonna go find Juhani first.
Now that must have hurt.
Down you go!
Oh. Now I can't move him? Oh!
Hmm? I will be your doom!
Oh my god. It hurt a little. Oh. I know what the problem is. Shit, come on. Get her harder. Yeah.
You are strong. Stronger than me, even in my darkness.
Wow, somehow on the PC she's actually even more weird looking than ever.
I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine. When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought. What is it you want? Why do you bother me? The Council has sent you here to kill me. Why then? When you bested me so easily, did you not simply finish your task? Is it not apparent that I can never be saved? You do not? I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been.
Why does it matter if she's beautiful or not?
I thank you for your kind words, Jedi. You seem to know just what affects me. I seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me. If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. I think, in my own way, I truly loved her. How can the Council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable. If I show them, I am free of passion, that I am serene, that I am willing to forsake the dark side. And maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done? I thank you, Master Jedi. I will return to the Council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. If only there was some way I could make this up to you. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
And can't move.
Uh-huh.
Now that must have hurt.
Ha! How'd you like that? Ha! How'd you like that?
Oh, shit. Aw, man. Oh, she also needs some help.
Time to rumble!
Why does this get harder than normal? Oh my god.
Oh! Oh!
Ready?
And can't move.
I'm here.
Can't move.
Ready?
Get him.
You asked for this!
Oh god, can he not move now? Alright, interesting. I think I've been all over here now. So now I just have to go through like the family grounds and see if I can get people to talk to me. It's so quick. Wait, I was here though. I don't know. Oh, I missed the Mandalorians too. Well, I'm gonna go tell the Jedi.
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again welcome within the Jedi Order. I have spoken to the Council, and they have helped me see the truth. The truth about myself, and the truth of my actions. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light. After our last battle, Quatra had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide. You. Back to the light. When I left, Quatra knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
First the Jedi trick you into becoming an enemy, then they welcome you back as a friend. I can't say I approve of their training methods.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come.
Okie dokie.
I do not know what the Council...
I guess she's not gonna talk to me anymore. Where's the Paza guy? Alright. Mucha shaka paka. I think that's what they say, right? Or is it just the female Twi'leks?
Why are you bothering me? I'm here to speak with the Council, not some servant. Please leave, or I shall be forced...
I'd like to be able to talk to him. Man, she's far away.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our Order.
Greetings, young Padawan. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? As chronicler, you should ponder the history of Revan. May the Force...
It is good to see Juhani has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now, it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for. We do not know. That is one of the things you must investigate. We fear the worst. Is there any... I knew Revan many and the way...
Oh, I have to bring this bitch with me?
I demand justice! The Scoundrel family is a blight upon Dantooine. They must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof, and we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Scoundrels if there is some mistake.
Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Scoundrels are to blame?
There are other possible explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah, you Jedi are good for nothing but talk. I shall only wait so long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter.
If Shen Matali is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matali and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and training are important, of course. But the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and teachings must spread beyond the walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi. You would do well to remember this, young Padawan.
The task has its own importance. It may also serve to divert our minds for a short time. Something which carries its own rewards.
What?
What? What? I'm sorry, one sec. I gotta alt-tab check. Guess not. Alright, let's see if I don't know, I can't tell if that's looking at me now again. Okay, so what do we want for him? What is he supposed to be? I think he's supposed to be really strong. But he's not melee. I always give him blaster he comes with, I think, right? I give him some reflex. Ugh, this is pointless to give him this.
Yeah, what do you want? I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements. I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with a basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle. The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below. The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life. I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice.
How can I help? It was less of a dream and more of a vision the two of us shared. But I am certainly willing to answer any questions the Jedi Council did not. Are you wondering why we shared the vision, or why we even received it in the first place? To the first, I can only repeat the answer that the Council gave us. Our fates are linked, and for two as strong as we are in the Force, that amounts to a near-physical bond. As to the second, I truly don't have an answer for you. The Force works as it will, and perhaps we should be grateful for what we've been given. I don't know. Believe me, I certainly don't find the prospect of being joined to you enjoyable in any fashion. Please, forgive me. I did not mean to imply that you were repulsive in any sense of the word. That we shared something so personal is just not something I'm used to. What would you like to know? Perhaps because we desired to. Perhaps because they came to this planet and were strong enough in the Force to leave a trace. They did something important here. Of that, I am certain. It may be simply that we are sensitive to that event, or it may not. We dreamed about Revan and Malak either because we were meant to, or because we needed to. There is no other way to look at it. I have no idea. It was obviously important, however. That is why we must investigate this further. With luck, we will. I would rather not rely on such visions to guide us, but when we have so little else to go on, and the galaxy hangs in the balance. As you wish.
This dude's over here now.
I have nothing left to teach you, Padawan, though a Jedi is ever learning. Even the Masters know their training is but in its infancy. Now is the time for you to seek wisdom outside the training chambers. The lessons that yet await you are to be found beyond the walls of this academy. You should speak to the Council, Padawan. Now that the first stage of your training is complete, I am certain they would be eager to have you aid us in our struggle against Darth Malak and the Sith.
Not much. Is that like loud sound?
I do not know what the Council has in store for me.
You have done a great thing. One of our own had strayed, but you have returned Juhani to the Order. For this, you deserve the highest praise.
Cool, how about you give me some robes or something for free? I guess I have to go out? I don't know. Let's go back to the Ebon Hawk.
Yes?
Let's open her up first. Confused why she has that. I'm more light side than you are, though, bitch, so you should maybe be not so rude all the time. I don't remember that. That's cool. Alright, sup, Canderous?
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, I want free shit.
Hey, don't worry. I think you've got enough there as it is. You don't want to overload yourself on stims. Otherwise,
they
a
don't
real
give you stuff.
Your choice.
It's like once per world or something, I guess. I don't know. I can't get rid of it, huh? Okay. This bitch gives me hers. Whatever. Hey, cat's hard. It should. It didn't show that you followed, but I have the link open. It should have. One sec. That's really weird. Oh, is Jack already streaming? He's playing Vigar. That's actually, I want to go see that. But first I want to figure out why this is broken. And I suppose I should save the game. Maybe I like logged out of Streamlabs or something. It shouldn't be like that though. It doesn't even show in my dashboard that anyone followed at all. What? I don't know how to use this. It's totally possible. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Try, I would say try unfollowing and following again really fast. But since I don't know what I'm doing, it's possible that I screwed it up. No, wait, I do see that I had a follower, that it was you. Well, I'm assuming it was you because it was today. Oh god, one sec. Yeah, this is the right box, so that's strange. Alright, I'll have to, I don't know, figure out why that's broken later. Because that should work, and it's worked before. I mean, not super, like, not today, but recently enough. It shouldn't be any different. Especially when it's the same exact link. Alright, let's go, oh, hey! Do you wanna... Oh, he's not gonna talk to me anymore. Okay. I'm gonna hit save, and then I'm gonna go hang out and see what Jack's up to. So. Alright, so I'm gonna sign out. As always, make sure you hit like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And make sure you check out eveno.com and follow me on Twitter.